This is why powwows are more than dancing. They're sacred gatherings where Native people renew relationships with each other, honor ancestors, pass traditions to the next generation, and practice spirituality through movement, song, and community in a living tradition that has survived centuries of attempts to ban and erase it. Ready to understand what powwows actually mean to Indigenous peoples and why treating them like entertainment misses the entire point? A powwow isn't a performance or a show put on for tourists. It's a spiritual and social gathering where Native communities come together to celebrate culture, strengthen bonds between nations, and practice traditions that connect them to thousands of years of history. The word powwow comes from Narragansett powwow, meaning spiritual leader or gathering. But the modern powwow tradition emerged in the early 1900s as Plains tribes adapted older ceremonies into a pan-Indian gathering that different nations could participate in together after being confined to reservations. Every element of a powwow has meaning. The arbor or circle represents the sacred hoop of life. The drum is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Dancers move in a clockwise circle following the sun's path, and specific dances honor warriors, tell stories, or celebrate specific aspects of life and spirituality. The grand entry that opens a powwow is a processional where veterans carrying flags lead dancers into the circle. This honors those who served in the military and connects modern warriors to ancient warrior traditions, treating military service as a continuation of protecting the people. When dancers compete at powwows, they're not just showing off, they're carrying on family traditions, wearing regalia that took months or years to create, and honoring ancestors by keeping dance styles alive that were once illegal under federal law. From 1883 to 1934, the U.S. government banned Native ceremonies, including dances through the Code of Indian Offenses. Powwows and traditional dances were illegal, and people were arrested for practicing their culture, making today's powwows an act of cultural survival and resistance. The regalia dancers wear isn't a costume, it's sacred clothing that often includes family heirlooms, spiritual symbols, colors with specific meanings, and elements that represent the dancer's nation, family, and personal spiritual journey, and it should never be touched without permission. Different dance styles have different meanings. Fancy dance is athletic and modern. Grass dance mimics grass moving in wind and has warrior origins. Jingle Dress Dance is a healing dance. Traditional dance is more reserved and connects to older styles. Each has its own history and spiritual significance. The drum groups who provide music aren't background entertainment. They're the spiritual center of the powwow, and the drum is treated as a living being that must be respected. Songs are prayers sung in native languages, and singers are passing down songs that have been sung for generations. Honor songs are sung for specific individuals, veterans, or to commemorate important events. When an honor song is sung, everyone is expected to stand in respect. And this isn't optional audience participation, it's a spiritual protocol. Giveaways are a traditional practice where families honor someone by giving away blankets, star quilts, or other items to the community. This comes from indigenous economies based on generosity and redistribution rather than accumulation, and it's a sacred practice, not just gift-giving. Non-native people are usually welcome at powwows, but there are protocols. Don't touch regalia or drums. Stand during honor songs and the flag song. Don't take photos without asking. Don't wear native-style clothing or play Indian. And understand you're a guest in a sacred space. When powwows are held, they're often multi-day events where Native people camp together, share meals, reconnect with relatives they haven't seen in a year, make new friends from other tribes, and create the community bonds that reservations and urban life have fractured. For Native kids, powwows are where they learn they're not alone. They meet other Native kids, see their culture celebrated instead of mocked, learn their traditions are alive and valued, and build identity and pride that helps them navigate a world that often erases or stereotypes them. Powwows are also spaces of cultural exchange between tribes. Different nations bring their own songs, dances, and styles, creating a pan-Indian culture where diverse indigenous peoples support each other while maintaining distinct traditions. The continuity is powerful. Elders who remember when dances were illegal teach young people who will carry traditions forward, creating an unbroken chain of cultural transmission despite everything that was done to break it. Modern powwows blend traditional and contemporary. You'll see dancers in full regalia checking their phones, traditional songs next to modern drum compositions, ancient dances alongside innovative new styles, showing that native culture is living and evolving, not frozen in the past. If you think powwows should be understood as sacred gatherings, not entertainment, and people should respect the spiritual and cultural significance rather than treating them as colorful performances, share this and follow for cultural education that honors indigenous traditions on their own terms.